Pre-game show now. Brad Zelenovich, head coach, Southeast Polk Rams. Coach, first 3 weeks, what have they taught you about your team?
Well, it's taught us that at times we can play, really high level football. Those first 2 weeks, played a really talented Valley team and an Ankeny team, and led for better part of the game against Valley and came up a little short, and then found a way to beat a good Ankeny team who had a lot of experience back. And then obviously, first road test last week and played a good Prairie team on the road and didn't play well, not to discredit them. They were ready to play, but just too many mistakes. So at times really, really good. At other times, not so good. So that's what you sign up for when you're dealing with high school kids. So as we get, to week 4 here, hopefully we can, play our best game, play a clean game against a really good team on the road again.
And being the success that you've been the last 3, 4, 5, all your years, people put a little target on you and they want to take a shot at you. I'm guessing that's something you've addressed over the years. We've talked about it over the years. I mean, this is a new group of kids. I think you said 18 new starters this year. I mean, how has that, this is probably got to be one of those years where you're coaching.
Yeah. We've worked really hard to get this program to an elite 5A level, and we're not ashamed of that. We've had tremendous people that have come through our program. We've been blessed with talented players. Obviously, that's where it starts. Good continuity in our staff, and getting people's best shots. That's happened for years. There were times where maybe we didn't win all those championships, but we were a tough out. We were a physical team, and everybody knew maybe we were around 500, but we were going to come to play. And so as that progressed to where the run we've had the last 5 out of 6 years, 4 title games in a row, that's been quite a run for sure. But like you said, a lot of the guys that are on this team were reserved last year, part-time guys. Their standard. The standard is they're on the shoulders of giants, those that came before them. So we don't pull any punches with that. They know that, and all they can do is do what they can do, right? Do the best they can, have great attitude and effort, go to work every day, and let the outcome speak for himself. We don't talk about other teams, we talk about us, and that hasn't changed regardless of the roster. And so we're looking forward to another opportunity.
Quarterback is a guy that sat and watched some great ones. Moberly was just so good, but again, you have a special interest in that quarterback position, being a former one yourself, and you've had some great ones. How are we progressing there?
Good. He's a great leader for us. He's a tough, physical kid. He can hurt you, with both his feet and his arm. He can make all the throws. He's got a big plus arm, can throw the ball vertically as well as, spreading it around to different guys. And, at the end of the day, we tell our quarterbacks in our league, and that hasn't changed, or in our program, excuse me, your job's to lead and win games. Statistics, we live in such a social media, internet-based world where everybody's worried about, completion percentage and yardage and touchdowns at all positions, not just quarterback. But for us, it's about finding a way to win the game, to manage the offense, to manage the system, to take care of the football, and then give ourselves a chance to go win the game. And he understands that. And there's been, snapshots of really, really, really good football. We're just looking, for him to continue to grow, being a first-year starter in our program.
Analytics are one thing, but you have an eye test. And looking at that Zelenovich kid, he certainly passes a lot of eye tests. What is it about Sam that is just so fun to watch play?
Well, I think he's a football player, and we talk to our guys all the time. I think the best compliment you can give people is that they're a football player, in terms of their toughness and the way they go about their business. He's kind of a late bloomer. Was a reserve as a 9th grader and a 10th grader, and just kind of kept working. Developed himself in the off season into a decent athlete, and somebody that we felt like could help our team. And then kind of came onto the scene a little bit last year as a junior, and has continued to be a bright spot for us. And Yeah, he's somebody that we're going to try and get the ball to because he's pretty dynamic once he
Hmm.
gets the ball, and looking forward to him to elevate the leadership part and trying to continue to lead our team and help us in any way he can, and understand that it's not just about him. In order for us to be successful, it's going to take all 85 other guys on both sides of the ball, to continue to develop and put ourselves in position to win.
Real quick on your defensive side, what do you need to see to them to do Friday night?
Well, again, just more consistency across the board, Paul, in all three phases. Glimpses of really good, 5A physical football on the defensive side. Being able to stop the run against good teams, and obviously that will be no different this Friday with what Centennial does in the personnel that they bring on the offensive side of the ball. And we're turnover margin is a glaring weakness for us. I think we're -6 on the year, which is uncharacteristic for us. The number one indicator for success is turnover margin. So, with that comes getting to the ball, right? Multiple guys around the ball on defense, and then offensively, making better decisions, with the football, taking care of it, and understanding that, that's a critical piece, when you play really good teams like this, especially on the road. So just looking for consistency, 11 guys to the ball, getting lined up correctly, make sure we're reading our keys, and we're going to have to play really hard. They're a physical team.
You left about 4 cliches out, but you pretty much got them all in, I think, Coach.
Yeah, we work, us coaches work really hard at that stuff when we talk to you guys.
I appreciate it. Brad Zelenovich, head coach, Southeast Polk. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Pre-game show continues after this on CISN.